Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I believe at one time or the other you must have heard the statement, no one owes you anything. You must have heard, used, or even believed it at one time or the other. I for one grew up with that mentality. Not like anybody taught me, but I just had this mindset that no one owes me anything. I don't owe anybody anything. Whatever I get is a privilege. So you would hardly find me requesting for financial or material help, especially from people that are not family members. Because I believe, you're not my responsibility. So why should I burden you? That was the mindset I grew up with. But I saw something in the scripture that changed my mindset. But before we go into the video, if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? It does not cost you 1 minute. Like Joshua Ramoye will say, it doesn't bite. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to quickly go and subscribe. Click that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that I can get videos whenever I drop it. I'll be waiting. Alright, let's go right into it. I'm sure by the end of this video, I should be having like 2,000 subscribers. I trust you people now. Alright, so I'm going to show you from the scriptures what I saw that made me change my mindset. And that is in Romans 13:8. Owe no one anything except to love one another. For he who loves another has fulfilled the law. Reading from the scriptures, not from my head. Owe no one anything except to love one another. For he who loves another has fulfilled the law. So, be the judge of the matter. Do you owe or you don't owe? So can you see that if at all there is any element of truth in that particular statement, it is not entirely true, of which I for one will categorize it as a mere fact, not as a truth. I'm sure we know that there is the difference between a truth and a fact. This particular sentence, I will categorize it as a fact. You owe me, I owe you. We all owe each other a debt of love. And when I say we owe each other a debt of love, it simply means you are obligated to love, show respect, show compassion, show kindness one to another. That is the commandment of the scripture. You are obligated one to another. I'm obligated to you. You are obligated to me. I know that we are in a time where it is difficult not to be self-centered, self-focused, and some people even make it very uneasy to show love and kindness. But hello, you have been obligated to show love, to show kindness, to show compassion by the scriptures. Your actions should not even be dependent on their actions. You just pay your debt of love and move on. Leave them to do whatever they feel like doing. Maybe at this point, I need to be more explicit on what it means to show love, to show kindness, to show compassion, to be in debt of love. So let's quickly check 1 Corinthians 13, I think 4-8 speaks about what love is. And I think that we can pick some do's and don'ts from that particular scripture in knowing what we owe in practical terms. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up. Love does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. etc. So in practical terms, when we say you owe me, I owe you, it means that you are kind to me. You're obligated to be kind to me. I'm obligated to be kind to you. I'm obligated not to parade myself. I'm obligated not to be puffed up. I'm obligated not to behave rudely. I'm obligated not to seek my own, not to be self-centered. I'm obligated not to provoke another. I'm obligated not to think evil. I'm obligated to bear all things, hope all things, believe all things, endure all things. I'm obligated to give you the benefit of doubt. I'm obligated to extend grace to you, etc. For more understanding, you can go ahead to study 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It speaks extensively about what love is. So, as Christians, as pilgrims on this earth, we are obligated to show love one to another. That is the only debt we are permitted to owe. That is the only debt we are permitted to owe. The Bible discourages debt, but that debt of love, you owe it and I owe it. And as much as possible, as much as it lies in your capacity, show love one to another. A Yoruba song says, ẹnikẹ́ni tí ìwọ bá nípa láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wọn, òun náà lẹ́nìkejì rẹ̀ tọ́jú rẹ̀. Apologies to my non-Yoruba speakers. In English, it means anybody you are capable of helping, of showing kindness to, is your neighbor. Please show that kindness. Show that kindness. So next time you hear the sentence, you don't owe me anything, I don't owe you anything, know that it is not scriptural. It is not scriptural. As a matter of fact, we are commanded to love one another as Christ have loved us. You owe the debt of love. I owe the debt of love. Remember that the Bible also says, Jesus said before he left the earth, by this shall all men know that you are my disciple, if you have love one to another. I'm going to leave us with other scriptures on the screen, but in case you did not take anything away from all my blabbing, all I'm simply saying is, no one owes you anything is not entirely the truth. I think I've said this in this video, I don't know, and I won't even classify it as a truth. It is a mere fact, which in isolation may look correct, but is not correct. So as a Christian, I don't think that should be one of your pickup lines. As catchy as it seems, I don't think you should be found saying, I don't owe you anything, you don't owe me anything. However, I need to sound this note of warning. This is not a call to be unnecessarily entitled. As a matter of fact, entitlement mentality stinks. You, the entitler, if there's any English like that, you are obligated to the person you're feeling entitled to, as the person is obligated to you. So if, for example, you feel like, oh, I asked this person to send me so amount and he didn't send it, or he's not picking up my call, you are obligated to be patient with the person. You're obligated to extend grace to the person. You're obligated to think, oh, maybe he's busy, maybe he's in a meeting, maybe he has one thing or the other to do with money and all of those. You are obligated to show love to the person. So don't sit around, go around feeling entitled to what is not yours. Yes, we owe each other a debt of love, but as believers also, you're not that entitlement mentality is not supposed to be found in you as a way. I'm not saying there are no some special relationships that little forms of entitlement creeps in. I'm not saying that. For example, I've seen somebody say before that there is no true friendship without some little form of entitlement, which is to me it looks a bit true. It's possible for a wife to to feel entitled to what her husband owns. It's possible for the husband to feel there are some relationships, there's some peculiar relationships that small entitlement mentality is allowed, but generally entitlement mentality stinks. It stinks. Please don't be found going around with that entitlement mentality. You're as much a debtor of love as the person you are feeling entitled to. We all are indebted one to another as far as showing love, kindness, patience, respect, meekness, gentleness, as far as those things are concerned. That being said, I will see you in my next video. I believe that you've learned one or two things from this video. If you have, please don't hesitate to give the video thumbs up and drop your comments. If you disagree with me, let's take it into the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.